Hi everybody, JW here. Welcome to the JW channel and thanks for tuning in. I thought I'd put together a little quick video to acknowledge all of the terrific people behind Game of Thrones Season 1 to Season 8. Yes, even Season 8. The cast, producers, HBO, Dan and Dave. But for me, the real stars are our mates from podcasts and also from YouTube, who have been guiding us through what was once a great show. Okay, first for the podcasts. Well, if you're going to take some podcasts, there's only really two that you need to look at. First one that I came across, Cast of Kings, Johanna and Dave Chen. Two people from different sides of the countries in the good old United States of America that somehow found each other and found a common love for a new television show all the way back when. Johanna and Dave, they must have developed a really tremendous relationship. Dave bought Johanna's first microphone so they could podcast together. From there was no turning back. Johanna was the expert on the books and Dave was watching a lot of television and just getting into that Game of Thrones week in, week out. Their observations are just brilliant. They're entertaining. They give you insights to the history. They do mountains of research to bring us that podcast that was coming out every week. Other members of the Gold Standard Club in terms of podcasts for Game of Thrones was a little show called Storm of Spoilers. Again, like the early days with Dave Chen and Johanna Robinson, who knew that was going to be the great big juggernaut that it would become? Teaming up with Dave Gonzalez and Neil Miller, Johanna Robinson, they sat down and they worked it out, and each and every week they were pumping out fantastic observations on popular culture. Nothing was too big, nothing was too small, and nothing was too far back in the archives for these guys to go in there and really give it a good examination, bring it out to us. Great humour, innovations, getting involved with the Con of Thrones. These people have really brought alive a terrific television show, but not only that, other movies as well, bringing movies back in front of perhaps younger viewers or older viewers or listeners that haven't seen some of these popular culture icons for years and years. So thank you, Johanna, thank you, Dave, thank you, Neil. You come all the way down here to Australia. You've got a lot of fans down here, and I'm sure wherever you go in Australia, there's always going to be somebody there who wants to buy you a beer. Looking forward to seeing you here in Australia. Okay, let's get on to the YouTubers. Nerdrotic, good old Gary. Mate, you are an absolute gem. We really appreciate you down here in Australia. I don't know how many hours in the day you've got to be supporting your family and bringing us the great content from that fabulous office of yours. I love your guests, I love your observations, I love your research, I love how seriously you take your industry and your loves and your passions, and it really comes out every day. Even the glasses, mate, they're pretty special as well. One thing I really like about Gary is the continual fresh content that he's always putting up. If there's a harder working person in popular culture, review, podcasts, YouTube, you name it, writing articles, I tell you what, none of them is working half as hard as good old Gary is. But Gary isn't just a Game of Thrones addict. If it's on a big screen, a small screen, if it's on an iPhone, Gary's going to be there to cover it for you. He really gets into the nitty gritty of it. He gets guests on who are educated, entertaining, smart, intelligent people, and he just brings it all alive, and he's got a good sense of humour. People reckon he's a little bit harsh sometimes. He made some fairly strong observations of Game of Thrones Season 8. To tell you the truth, I'm agreeing with most of them, and the petition to reshoot the whole series just speaks for itself. Gary is a guy that really brings everything to life, right across the whole board. Go and check his channel out. I love listening to him. I love watching him, and especially, Dick de Van Doomcock. I have no idea who that guy is, but I tell you what, they've been through some season 8 pain, and I just hope you enjoy the end of it, guys, so you can go and enjoy brand new fresh content that's coming out all the time. Thanks very much, Gary, and I tell you what, there's always a sausage sizzle waiting for you here in Australia if you ever get down this way. Thank you. Now my favourite, Last Year Queen. Seriously, guys, it's really good hearing your voices, but I really do like the perspective of a woman every so often. Alasha brings to the table genuine knowledge and understanding of popular culture. She's there to review, enjoy, bring to life the good, the bad, and the ugly, if you want to put it that way. I tell you what, she really puts thought into every video that she puts out. I do not know how she can sit there and do a straight one take to camera occasionally that might be a second or something like that. But I tell you what, she should be on television. She should have her own television show. And if there was anybody smart out there in the media, they'd go and give her a job straight away. Thank you very much, Elashi. Just keep on making that good content, because I'm going to keep watching it and recommending it to friends. I love this photo of Dan and Dave. They've got a great legacy. Here they are at some sort of awards ceremony. I don't know, another Emmy, who knows? They won so many. When I look at Dan there, he's leaning into the microphone. It looks like somebody shouted out from the crowd that the check from HBO's bounced. He does look a little bit surprised. I'm sure that wasn't it. Two marvellous creators, good writers. They brought together a dream like nobody else could. Got together with Martin, brought the future together for what has been the one and only true global television show for such a long time. I'm trying to remember when there was a big show like this. I can only think in terms of my lifetime, something called Dallas. And for those who are old enough, and go and check it out, the Who Shot JR really stopped the planet. So Dan and Dave are off to Star Wars. The only real question about all of this is it going to be like the first season of Game of Thrones, or is it going to be like the last season? Jury's out. They've got a few years up their sleeves to get all of this together. I hope it really does, because to tell you the truth, and listen up here, Disney people, I haven't bought a ticket to go and see a Star Wars movie for 25 years. I really need a good excuse to come back. Go and listen to Gary at Nerdrotic. He's giving you the blueprint for how to make a quality movie. Well, that's it for me, guys. Thanks very much for dropping by the channel. I hope you have a good, safe week. Go get some exercise, go see a movie, look after your family, look after your friends, and have a really great week. Catch you soon. Bye.